With men like you, I'm sure he is doing something right.
Yeah.
Now, the police college, how did you get involved in it? Because I know, I was asking you what you do. I mean, are you also into schools? Do you do schools?
No, schools are basically handled by the Ministry of Housing. But you see, the governor came up with the idea of the police college.
Okay.
He attended a federal government college, which you know the principle behind the federal government college.
Yes.
Pull Nigerians together, let everybody have a sense of one nation,
yes.
Belonging to one nation. And I mean, he has seen that down in our area there's nothing like the police college. And he came up during one of the visits of a top police brass to say, look, we can do this for you. We can contribute this to you. And this is him.
Right. He
doesn't limit things to state. Whether it's federal or state, if he sees it is good for the Akwa Ibom person, he does it. And that's why he intervened in federal roads. I mean, if you look at the way Akwa Ibom is located, federal roads crisscross us at nearly every point.
Right.
Our people use the federal roads. Why will he not repair federal roads? If you wait for the federal government to repair federal roads, it might take a while. You understand?
Ages.
Exactly. So we use these roads. Why doesn't he repair the road? And that's why he has embarked on, one of the roads was abandoned since 1963. The last time it was featured in the federal budget, the Timegbo Road. And you see what he has done.
Since 63.
Yes. I mean, it was so pathetic. You drive to the back end of it, stop, climb a motorbike, take a motorbike to a certain distance, you stop, then you get on a bicycle. In the 21st century. So, I mean, I don't want to mention Abaki Kodekwe, I don't want to mention Ekmita, I don't want to mention the airport road. These are signature tunes that he has left in the marks of history that will never ever be forgotten. So, Police College was part of that kind of ingenuity. We came in the area of road infrastructure. I mean, there was a debate, why do you put roads for them, why don't you just leave? And he said, how can you build a beautiful school like that without providing roads? So the road program was necessary, and he said, look guys, I want roads in this place. And you see what we are doing. And
so that college will be like a federal government college.
Yes, the principal. From the police. It's dedicated to the police, but it will draw people from all over
the country.
And of course, the political strategy there, it probably will give Akwa Ibom an added advantage by having our children go through school and have the assurance of getting into a profession, a career in the police.
Interesting.
You understand? So this is the vision of the man called Godswill Akwa Ibom.
Interesting. Wow. Well, I did say that this was going. I mean, I'm sure those of you who are watching this, those of you out there who are watching this is an in-depth interview. Those of you that have been asking questions on Akwa Ibom Global, Ibom Forum, Video Nation, this is your opportunity. And please, I ask you, when you watch this video, get on YouTube. The commissioner will be available to answer your questions on YouTube, because I will get those mails and I'll post those mails to him. Now, something personal, sir. You're mixed race.
Yes, I am.
But you speak the language so well.
I will write it.
Now, there are lots of our people in the diaspora who have mixed race kids and who are struggling with this issue of how do I raise my child like Don Etim, speaks the language, works here, is comfortable with the people. I mean, what was this from your father, from your mother? I mean, how did it start?
Well, I think it was more from my father. My father was an ardent Akwa Ibomite. He was a Nigerian to the core. He believed that the values he grew up with are the values that will sustain the families of tomorrow. And therefore, he taught us to integrate with our people. He taught us to read and write our language. He taught us to go to schools in different parts of the nation, Nigeria. And he believed that there was nothing called you are a Southerner, you're a Northerner, you are an Ibibio, I mean, these are the values we grew up with. That is why today I join, like many of my colleagues, with His Excellency in propagating the philosophy
Yes.
of unity, there must be a different political philosophy passed on to our children.
That's right.
There is no of what use are you as an Ibibio man or Anang man when Akwa Ibom is not developing?
That's right.
If Akwa Ibom develops, it develops for all of us. And this is what the governor keeps saying. He is not a governor of the Anans.
No.
He's not a governor of the Ibibios. He's not a governor of the Oron Nation. He's the governor of Akwa Ibom State. If you don't see him as that unifying factor, knowing his precedents,
Yes.
you know, and looking at the antecedents that have brought the man to where he is.
That's right.
Grew up in the Federal Government College. I mean, that molded his character. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is what has helped me. My father believed that we must go to the village schools. We finished village school. We went to the cream de la cream schools.
Yes.
We finished there. We went all education here. And I would tell them, let your kids come home. Try and come home.
How do you encourage the diaspora out there who don't want their kids to lose our culture? Because I mean, you are a perfect example of someone. You know, your mother is
Irish.
English,
Irish.
Irish. I mean, you're a perfect example of someone who's mixed race, but you're. I mean, it's just amazing that. I was sitting there and I heard you speak the language, and I was like, you know, this.
Well, I would encourage them. Parents, bring your kids home. Join hands with the state to build Akwa Ibom State. You've been abroad, you've seen good life there. It's not easy for you, I know, but you know the facilities are there. There's no power outage. There's good water. You know, things like that. That's what we're trying to do. Join hands and build with us, so that the generations that have not had the opportunity to come home will come home.
That's right.
If you don't join hands with us, how can we achieve this for them?
And your kids won't even come home.
Exactly. So it's actually for you in the diaspora.
Yeah. I mean, take for example the entertainment center.
Exactly.
If I bring my wife and my sons home, I mean, where do I take them to?
Exactly. So we must build an entertainment center. It's critical. I don't want to go to Abuja to go to a movie theater. I don't want to go to Lagos to go to a movie theater.
That's right.
You understand?
Yes.
I want to go to a movie theater here in Akwa Ibom State.
That's right.
So why can't we do it? Why can't we have good roads? Why can't we have street lights?
That's right.
You know? Why can't you come in and say, look, let's encourage this generation that has taken it upon themselves to build, led by Governor Godswill Akpabio, and see where we are.
And you know, Don, don't you think it will be easier to relocate when all these things are in place?
Naturally, because that is what we want. We want to create a destination, not a place where people just pass through. And how beautiful it will be with the enormous potentials that people have out in the diaspora to bring it back home. You know,
in an environment
that has been created and conducive. You know, good schools, good roads, good power supply. The IPP is going to come on stream very soon. Power is going to be guaranteed. Water is there. Security is there.
Yes.
You know, we need everybody to come and build.
I mean, take for example the college that you built. If I bring my son home now, I don't have to worry about a secondary school.
Certainly not,
because there's a federal government secondary school out there.
That's right.
With the best teachers.
That's right. That's right. And if you see what the governor is doing in the educational sector, free and compulsory, not just free, compulsory. So it shows you that education is key. Look at in the health center, pregnant women, free medical care, children, free medical care, elderly from the age of 60 and above, free medical care.
Wow.
You must give him the credit. You know, my request to my brothers and sisters out in the diaspora is take Akwa Ibom serious. Leave all the issues that distract us and divide us. Let us see how we can build. I come from a background that is extremely professional. I was in security printing. You understand? And you find out that you cannot keep...
Tell us a bit about that background, sorry.
Well, security printing, I found myself in it because I had a passion to join the police at one time, which I did and I left, but also I had this knack for combining business and espionage. And that's why I entered